This is a real event and one of the most horrific ways to die. On November 5, 1983, in the waters off northern Norway, a four-person diving team was conducting operations on an offshore gas field. Roy and Eddie had just finished their mission and were aboard the diving bell, preparing to return to the hyperbaric living chamber. Meanwhile, the other two team members responsible for connecting the diving bell to the living chamber were already waiting on the platform. At that time, the pressure inside the chamber was about 9 atmospheres. The correct procedure is that, once the diving bell and living chamber are connected and the pressures inside and outside are equalized, the external team member would open the A door of the diving bell. The two divers would then enter the living chamber through the connecting tunnel, and the B door of the living chamber would be closed. Next, the external personnel would close the diving bell's safety lock, completing the detachment of the bell. However, the actual situation was different. After the two divers entered the living chamber, the external personnel, without confirming whether the B door was properly closed, immediately shut the A door and released the lock connecting the diving bell. Due to the enormous pressure difference between the outside and the living chamber, the diving bell was violently ejected like a missile hitting two platform workers. One was killed instantly and the other was seriously injured. The situation was even more tragic for the four divers inside the pressurized and living chambers. The pressure inside the chamber instantly dropped from 9 atmospheres to nearly 1 atmosphere. Roy and Eddie's bodies were violently expelled at an incredibly fast rate, and their limbs vaporized instantly, causing their immediate death. Even more unfortunate, the doors between the pressurized chamber and the living chamber had not been closed. Two other divers, still asleep at the time, were subjected to the immense pressure change and were torn apart, dying instantly from the explosive decompression. This is the shocking Bayford dolphin incident, which is also referred to as one of the most horrific ways to die.